So if you have any questions or you have something you need to quickly point out, kindly drop it on the WhatsApp group chat because I might not be able to check the chat box when I eventually start the practical session. Okay. So Mr. Yakub, your hands are raised. If you don't have any question, you can put them down. Good morning, everyone. So I'm just going to go right into it. We're going to start with a few concepts first because you need to understand the essence of this class, the essence of video marketing, and then we'll go into the practical session. And what we're going to be using for this class is Canva and Capcut. All right. So first off, what is video marketing? You need to be able to understand why video is powerful in digital marketing. Okay. And video marketing is just simply the use of videos to promote products or to promote your services. Okay. Just simply using videos to promote your services online. That is video marketing. And why is it necessary? Why videos? I'm sure by now we should already know that it's we're in a dispensation where video is like the content king. Okay, so if you know that you actually want to build a brand on the internet, then video is your number one go-to. Okay, because of the increased engagement. Now Instagram has prioritized videos a long time ago. I mean, some years back when Instagram came on board, it was more of a picture, it was more of a pictorial platform, like just go post your pictures and your pictures are going to do very well. But in recent times, videos have been prioritized. Okay, so the algorithm itself is already favoring video content. So either Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, these are platforms that the algorithm is already in favor of video content. So that's why video is important when you are building a brand, be it a personal brand or even a business brand. Then secondly, videos help you to build trust and connection with your audience. So for instance, if you go on a page and you want to buy something from a vendor and all you can see there is pictures of the products or pictures of whatever the person is selling, I mean, you might not be very convinced compared to when you go to a page where you see videos of the vendor, live videos of the actual products, like the vendor actually took the picture or the video of the product themselves. You see the face of the vendor, or even if it's a service business, like maybe let's say you're a dry cleaning company. Maybe you've been posting packed shirts, packed this, packed all of this, post your washing machine, all of those things. I mean, the audience will have more trust in your brand when you now start showing the actual process. Like when you show maybe the washing, the ironing process, whatever it is you're doing, the behind the scenes, and even more trust when they see the owner or the brand owner. Yeah, that's the owner of the business. Okay. So video content builds connection and trust amongst your audience. Another thing is high conversion rates. If you check when you post a picture and when you post a video, if you check the insights, you'd see that your video will definitely have a lot more reach than your pictures. Now, one of the reasons is obviously I stated that Instagram prioritizes, or social media, most of the social media platform prioritizes video content. Now, another reason is that when you post a video on social media, it has the chance of being seen by people that are not even following you. So it's not just, so when you post a picture, that picture is only going to be for people that are following you. So outside of your followers, nobody else is going to see that picture unless they come on your page. But when you post a video, you have the chance of being shown to outsiders, both strangers, people that are following you and people that are not following you. Okay, so you can start appearing in feeds, you can start appearing in search bars, like you have the chance of being seen. Okay, although in recent times when you want to post a picture now, Instagram has now added a feature where if you add a music to that picture, right, you have the chance of being seen by even people that are outside of your following. So that's just a new thing now to kind of make pictures to do better, to start doing a lot more better. Okay. So while I'm talking, if you have any questions, please raise your hand. If it's pertaining to what I am currently saying, just raise your hand and I'll attend to it so that we can, just be trashing out the questions as we go. Okay. So I just want to confirm before I proceed that you guys can hear me.
Yes, we can.
All right.
Yes, yes.
So if you are doing anything related to branding or personal branding on social media, on the internet in general, video marketing is your best bet. So you cannot really separate video from marketing, right? So it's your best bet, especially in recent times. All right. So we have different types of video content. There's product demo, there's testimonial, there is explainer videos, video that you sit down and you talk about a particular topic. There is behind the scenes where you show the process of your brand or whatever it is you are doing as a brand. Then we have tutorial videos for people that are actually for some content creators now, they can teach you, oh, this is how you can edit, blah blah blah. Then we have user generated content that other people make about your own business. And then you have promo videos, oh, buy this, get this free, all of that. So these are all different types of videos in video marketing. And one thing that you should always consider when you are creating a video is your target audience. Like, who is the video for and what is the video for? You need to be able to ask yourself who and what. So if you are a food brand, right, you're selling food, who are you selling food to? Is it baby food you're selling? So that means you're targeting nursing mothers, you're targeting women that just put to bed. Yeah, so that's your audience, that is who you are selling to. All right, so what is the goal? The goal is to provide the goal is to sell, right? The goal is to for awareness, so people will be aware that this is what you do. So you identify who your target audience is, and then you now identify what the goal of that video that you are creating is, because everything that you do as a digital marketer needs to have a goal. Okay, so by the time you be able to identify, oh, this my target audience is nursing mothers, then you now identify that, oh, I want to make them to be aware of what I sell. Okay, then that's a start. Then the next thing you need to do is to um you now think about where will I excel most in my video content? Is it going to be on TikTok? Is it going to be on Instagram? Is it going to be on Facebook? You need to be able to identify where your audience are going to be. Now, a lot of our parents, they are on Facebook, right? When I say parents, I mean older generation. So if you are selling something that is for them, you need to be able to market yourself properly on Facebook. Now, if you want to target our generation, Gen Z, you want to target some millennials, you want to target people that are between the ages of 18 to 30, you know that you will find them very well on Instagram. If you want to target a smaller audience, people that are just in uni, 18 to 20 to 25, you know that TikTok is where you find them. So you'll be able to identify that this is where I'm going to find my audience, and then create a content that matches that matches the audience that you are creating the video for. All right. Another thing that you need to be able to know is what is primary in your content is the hook. Okay, because what is a hook? A hook is like something that grabs the attention of your audience, like, and your hook has to be in the first 3 to 5 seconds. Okay, so in the first 3 to 5 seconds, make sure that you have grabbed their attention, because the attention span of people, especially from this age range now that I'm talking to you, 18 to 30, like attention span, very, very short. Okay, so if you create a content that in the first 3 seconds, you don't even know what you are saying, and what you are saying is boring, it's not exciting, it doesn't speak to their pain points, it doesn't give them anything in return, they are going to scroll past that video and that video is not going to do well. So what you need to do is you need to have a hook. For every video, you need to have a hook. A hook is something that can grab the attention of the user before they even see what else you have in the video. So if it's a 30-second video, the first 3 seconds, you need to be able to grab their attention. Okay, so that's something that is important. And then another thing to pay attention to is your call to action. So it's like at the beginning there needs to be a hook, and then at the end there needs to be a call to action. What is a call to action? By now I'm sure we should know this. A call to action is what you want the viewers to do after watching. So if you say, oh, you just finished creating a tutorial video, how to edit with Capcut or how to edit to Canva, blah, blah, blah. So the next thing you can say at the end of the video as your call to action is, oh, share this video to someone that needs to see it. Or drop a comment. What do you think we can do better in the next video? Or what did you learn? Like, let it just be, you're telling them what to do next. Let it be a call to action. Okay, or you can even tell them, oh, follow for more tips. All of these are all call to actions. Okay, make sure that your video has a hook and also has a call to action. All right, so now for this class we're going to be starting with Canva. Okay, after that we will now move to Capcut. So for Canva, if you are creating a video that doesn't require too much, especially if you are using stock videos. What do I mean by stock videos? Videos that are not yours, like videos that you, free videos, emphasis on free, videos that you get online that are free. Okay, because if you use somebody else's video, that's copyright and you might be live, that video might be taken down. Okay, so always make sure that whatever video you are using is either free or it is your own. Okay, so if you want to create a video that doesn't require you to be in it, or it's not something that does not require serious editing, okay, and you want it to be animated, because Canva is a tool that you can use to create animated videos. You have a lot of animation options. Okay, then go for Canva. So if you want to edit something that maybe you created a video yourself, okay, and you want to edit it, use Capcut. Capcut gives a more in-depth editing experience. So if you want to really edit something that requires more features, okay, that requires more editing, something that is more extensive or in-depth, then make sure that you use Capcut. Okay, so let's just go right into it. Okay. So for the sake of this video, I'm going to be using Canva Web. Okay. So okay. So I'm going to be using Canva Web. So by now I believe we should all have Canva accounts. What I mean by Canva Web is just go to your browser and type canva.com. So your Canva page will open. That's if you already have an account. So if you don't have an account, it's going to show you an option to create an account. So if you want to create a video, simply, there are different ways to go about it, but you can just come here and click on videos, and then you can see the different video options that you can create on Canva. Okay, so this is it. So for Instagram, if you want to create a video for Instagram, This is the size 1080 by 1920. This is the real, this is Instagram real size for videos. Okay. This is the size 1080 by 1920. So take note. So this is for, this is video for landscape view, that's for YouTube. Then this is Facebook size, video size 1080 by 1080. Instagram, like I said, 1080 by 1920. TikTok is also 1080 by 1920. So each of these platforms have their own size. So this is YouTube size video 1920 by 1080 because it's a landscape video. So then, so for this class, we're going to be using this Instagram Reel video, which is 1080 by 1920. So I go ahead and click on that. Now, when you want to create a video, sorry. So people that are going to be joining now are going to be distracting me. So when you want to create the video, after selecting this, all you need to do is, so for instance, let's say, so what video are we going to create now? So like I said, remember I said, so if you're managing a new brand and you know that they don't have video content yet, but it's important that you should let the brand know, or you, even if it's your brand, you should know that as time goes on, you might need to start creating content that actually involves you being in the video or somebody else, with people. Like, you have to humanize your brand. There has to be humans on your page. That's what it means to humanize your brand, and that's what will grow the page. Okay, so if you are dealing with a new brand that is, how do I automate this thing now? People that are joining. Okay, so but if you are dealing with a new brand and you know that they don't have videos yet, and you don't want to just be posting graphics, because graphics don't really do much. That's the truth. They don't do much on social media. They can just use it as an added content, but it shouldn't be your primary content. Okay, so you can decide to use stock videos. Okay, this is where you can now use Canva to edit your videos. All right, so after selecting the video canvas, which is where we are on right now, then you can now start with your editing. So let's say, so what video are we going to create now? Let's say we want to create a video that says, 3 quick tips to grow your business online, or 3 tips to grow your business online. Okay, so remember I spoke about what each of these tools are, right, in our Canva class. So the same applies even when you're creating videos. So let's say you don't have a video. So for the first video, since we're creating a video that says 3 tips to grow your business online, we can say, we want the background video to be a background of a laptop or someone working on a laptop. So come to your elements. Okay, so click on elements, search, let's say woman on laptop. You can search for anything that you want using element feature on Canva. Okay, so after you search for it, they're going to give you different options. There's graphics, there's photos, there's frame, but what we're looking for now is a video. Okay, so you just click on video and then you search for the one that fits what you want to do. Okay, so for me, I'm going to go with this one. Okay, so okay, let me see this one. Okay, so this is, I'm using another tab. That's why this feature is a pro feature. That's why you're seeing watermark. So this is not a pro account because I'm not using my own tab for this. But okay, I think this video works. But if you use a free version and you're not using pro feature, you're not going to see this Canva watermark on it. So let's just pretend that it's not there. So let's say this is the background video that you want. Okay, someone on their laptop, and the video you want to create is what? 3 tips on how to grow your business online. Okay, so remember I said your video needs to have a hook. Okay, so this 3 tips on how to grow your business online, it speaks to a particular audience, right? If someone that is just building their brand comes across the video, you've already told them that, this video is for you. So you've already grabbed their attention because you've already put the heading there that you've already said 3 tips to grow your business online. Okay, is my screen paused?
Yes, it is.
It's paused. Okay, yeah, that's because I'm not doing anything. But are you seeing my cursor move? Are you seeing my mouse?
Even, sorry, let me unmute. Even the what you are searching for, the watermark of a thing you spoke about, we didn't see how you do it. We didn't see where you went to
Wait, so
under
you can't see
video
my
elements and
cursor?
all of that. Nah,
That's strange. That's strange. Can you see any video playing on the screen?
No, we can't see any video.
no, it's just the screen where it's showing create design and just that text page. That is what we
It's
can see.
probably a network. Let me reshare. Let me reshare. Can you see it now?
Yes, we can.
Okay. So sorry about that. So I was saying, okay. So I was saying that, so what I did basically, I came here to Elements and I searched for video woman on laptop. So that's how I got this video. There are different options here. So when I was talking about watermark, I meant, you see this Canva thingy that is showing on the screen. I don't know if you can see it. It's showing Canva. That's because, let me zoom in. This is a pro feature. This is a pro video. See, if you see this sign here, you know that's a pro. Pro means it's a premium video. So unless you upgrade to a premium account, you can't use this feature. So that's what I was talking about. Okay, so, but if you have a premium account, you can use the video. Doesn't mean you cannot do the same thing that I'm doing. You can actually do it, but what you need to do is to search for a free video. For instance, this video here now, it's free. Okay, let me put it here. See, it doesn't have any watermark on it. Aisha will not even use this one. So it doesn't have any watermark on it. That means it's free, meaning you can use it. Okay, so there's just a limit to what you can use. Let's use it so that we'll not confuse ourselves. Okay, so let's use this video instead. So you can zoom in by dragging the edges. So what you need to do is to hold down your mouse. If you're using a mouse, if you're using a trackpad, you hold it down and then you can drag the edges. That's how you can adjust the videos to be centered. Okay, so sorry. So I'm just going to adjust this to fit my screen. Right, just drag the edges. Okay, drag it out, and then you have your video. So you can adjust it to wherever you want, however you want the video to show. Me, I want a bit of the laptop to show, so I'll drag it to fit this. Okay. So after that, you have, this is your first video. So I was talking about the hook. So the next thing is what you write on the video. So I was saying that the text itself is going to be a hook because you've got the attention of people that want to grow their business online. Okay, remember, stock videos are good, right? But they don't do as much as regular video that you create yourself will do. Okay, but I'm just doing this for times where you do not have your own videos, or for brands that don't have videos to share with you just yet. Okay, so the next thing is your text. So come here and click on text. Please, can you guys hear and see me? Hello, can you guys see what I'm doing? And can you hear me?
Yes, yes,
Yes,
we
we can.
can.
All right, so click on your text, okay? Then you see these options. You can add a heading, add a subheading, add a little body of text. So all of this is being differentiated by the size and the boldness So what I'm going to do here is to add a subheading because I don't want it to be so big. So by the time you click on this, you now go ahead and start typing. So remember I said 3 tips to grow your business online. So 3 tips to grow your business online. So this is going to be the topic, right? So you can see that it is in black, it's not visible. So how do you change the color? You click on the text, you come to text color, click on it and change it to white. All right. So you can see that it's now more visible, but even at that, it's not as visible as I want it. Okay, so what am I going to do? You come to your effects. Okay, one thing you can do to make your text to be more visible is to add a shadow to your text, because it is a heading and you want everybody to be able to see it. Now, based on the fact that it is on top of a video, people are going to see the video, so it's going to be more distracting. So you need to make sure that this is more pronounced. This your text, make sure that it is visible, make sure that it is bold enough to see. And when you are writing text on videos, one thing you should take note of is do not put the text on the person's face. If there is going to be a face on the video, unless you are going for a particular concept, do not put this text on the video. Like when I mean a particular concept, there are some videos where the text is just on the whole of the page. Okay, but for a heading like this, don't put it here. Make sure that it is below the person's face or above it. In this case, I want it to be below. Okay, so it should just be like center of the screen. Okay, and it's not touching the person's face. Okay, so these are some things you need to take note of. So after that, I want to make this to be more pronounced. So I'll come to effect and add a shadow. When you click on effect, this is the options that you get to see. So you need to now come and click on shadow. Okay, so you can come and change your shadow color. So for this case, I'm going to use black. So you can see that it's now looking more pronounced. Sorry, I need to let someone in. Okay, so now I don't want it to be too long to stretch out to the edges. You know, the text is getting to this point and I don't want it to be here. So what you can do is click on the text, all right? And I'm going to take it to the next line. Just click enter. Okay, then I'm going to increase the size. So you can increase the size by dragging this and drag this to however size you want this to be, or you can just come here and click on the plus button. So like I'm doing now to increase the size. Oh, I highlighted something else. So okay, so you can just click on the text, right? And then increase the size from here, or you can just drag it. So however you want. So drag it to the particular size that you want it to be. And you have your text. So this is too big. So let me just reduce it a little bit. Okay. So 75 is fine. Another thing is you can decide to, if you want to make this more visible, you can decide to blur this particular video a little bit. Now, how do you blur your videos? Come to, okay, this is not the way, but this is one of, but this is going to make it look ashy. So if you decide to do transparency, it's not going to work. So what you come to edit. When you click on edit, so after selecting the video, make sure that the video is selected. So I've selected the video now. So what I do is click on edit. Remember, I want to blur it out. So come here. Okay, I think the blur feature. Sorry. The blur feature. Okay, so I can't find the blur feature here. Maybe it's just for pictures. Okay, so if you can't blur out the video, make sure that your text is visible online. So 3 tips to grow your business online. So we have our first video, right? So now we want to start listing the tips. Okay. So what you can do, so to add your next video, you see this plus button, click on it. Okay, so click on add. Let me double check this video is recording. Okay. So you have now added another option for another video. Okay, so you know we're doing 3 tips to grow your business online. So number 1 tip is, so you come here and add your next video. So let's say the first tip is be consistent or post consistently. So let's say I want the video there to be maybe someone maybe showing a calendar icon or showing a content planner. So let's just search for calendar. Remember, if you want to search for anything, come to elements and just search. See, anything, literally anything that you are thinking about, you can search for it on under elements. So you come to videos and look for the video that you feel like will work for what you want to do. So I'm trying to tell them to be consistent, right? So I want to use a calendar icon to indicate. So let's see which one works. Okay, so this is not a premium video, so let's use this one. So like I said, drag and adjust. Okay, so now the text that I want to appear here is number 1 tip, right? Be consistent. So come here and write number 1, be consistent. Remember, how do I change color? Click on it, come to this text color, click on it, and then you can change it to white. Now you can see that it's not going to show very well because the background video is also white. So another thing that you can do, apart from adding, you can decide to add the shadow, right? But in this case, it might not really solve much of the problem, but it made it a bit better. And even increase the sharpness of the shadow depending on what you want. Okay, but another thing you can do is to add a stroke. Oh, that's not a stroke. This is a stroke. So you can decide to add a black outline to make it more visible. Okay, so in this case, let's say if we're using this, I want it to be black. So you can come here and change the color. I hope we're following. So click on the black color, any color that you want it to be actually, but in this case, I want it to be, so you can check and select whatever color that you want. But in this case, I want it to be black, so I'm going to use black. And then you can actually adjust it based on your preference. So if you want it to be very thick, if you want it to be very little, so I'm going to use 100 for this. So you can see that it's now more visible. Okay, so you can come and adjust it and put it wherever you want by dragging it. Okay, mind you, you can also change the font. If you don't want this particular font, you can go ahead and change to whatever font that you want it to be. So let's say I want to use this one. Okay, I'm just randomly selecting. So let's say this is the font I want to use. It's important for you to also know that you need to maintain 1 or 2 fonts, whether you are designing or you are creating videos. Don't use plenty of fonts for your design because it just makes it look disorganized and it's not really a good design or a good editing ethic. Okay, so if you are designing or you are creating videos, choose 1 font, at most 2 or 3. Let's say you are doing a lot of things, at most 3, but I'd usually recommend 2, at least 2 fonts. And if it's just something short and simple, just use 1 font. Okay, so for something like the heading now in this video, this is the heading, right? You can decide, oh, I want to use a font that is more bold. You can just come to font and search for bold, and you see different options. You can now decide, oh, is this the font I want to use? So go ahead and select. I'm actually kind of like this one. So I don't know, depending on what you want to do. So let's just say This is what we want to use. Okay, so this is the heading, and this is just for the heading. So you leave it like this. So anything that you're going to use subsequently, make sure that is the only font you are going to stick to. So here now we decide to use another font. Sorry. Decide to use another font. Make sure you stick to it for the rest of the video. Okay, so let's say the first is be consistent. So you've added wait, are you guys still following? Because everywhere is quiet. It's meant to be quiet, but I just want to be sure that you guys are hearing me.
We can hear you, ma.
All right, thank you. So after be consistent, then you want to, your number 2 tip is, so you can actually edit if the video is too long, because the video now is 11 seconds. You can see from here that it's 11.6 seconds. You can now shorten it. How do you shorten it? You come here and drag this. So let's say we want this clip to be 4 seconds. So you can drag it to be 4 seconds. Okay, let's say we want this clip is 10 seconds. So let's say we want it to be like 6 seconds. So just make it to be 6 seconds. Okay. So number 2 tip is okay, how to grow your business online. Let's say use video to boost the engagement. So you can come to elements and search for let's search for someone creating a video. So let's say video creation. Search for it under your elements, then come to videos, click on videos, and choose a particular video of maybe someone creating a video like this, for instance, or this. So depending on what you want to do, just go ahead. So let's use this one so to save our time. So you drag it and adjust. So number 1 tip was be consistent, right? So number 2 tip is going to be, so take note of the fonts and the size that you used here. Make sure they are consistent across the videos. So if you don't want to create another text, you can just duplicate this one. So I'm just going to duplicate this text that is here. So I've duplicated it. So you can now drag it and put it in your video. So what you need to do now is edit it. So this is going to be number 2 is use video content. So make sure it's not on the face of the person, and make sure for the first and second. So I think this is too big. So let's reduce the size a little. 68 is fine. So also come here and reduce the size. Make sure whatever you're doing for the first clip should be done for the second clip. So come here, we used 68, right? So make sure you're using 68 as well. Come and make sure that they're on the same length. So the first is be consistent, right? Number 2 is use video content, right? So this video is how many seconds? 4 seconds. So make sure your second video is 4 seconds, okay? It's good to be consistent with the editing pattern. So if the first video is 4 seconds, second should be 4 seconds, okay? So our third video, let's say the third tip that we want to use is engage with your audience. So what we can do here is maybe show someone typing on a phone. What does it mean to engage with your audience? It means respond to their comments. If somebody comments on your video, don't leave it there, or don't go and like it and leave it there. Always make sure you respond. You're not a celebrity. Okay, even celebrities respond to their comments. Okay, so that is another way of even growing your business social media. Make sure that your audience knows that you care about them, or you care about what they have to say. Because, for instance, you now, if somebody posts something online, you go and you comment and they not reply you, will you go back there to comment? You most likely will not, unless the person is a celebrity and you just know that the person is not even going to bother to reply me at all. A big celebrity, because even celebrities of nowadays, they respond. Okay, so always make sure you respond. So let's say our third tip now is to engage with your audience. So what are we going to use to represent that? So let's say respond to comments. can search for however it is you want to search for. This is the first thing that came to my mind. I want to show someone chatting on a phone or using a phone to respond to messages. Or let's just say messaging. So click on videos and here I want to show someone that is pressing their phone. Exactly. So let's use this video or this one. So it shows that they are responding to a comment. Let's use this one. So what you come here, what you do here now is do what? Click on plus and add the video. So now you can now adjust it. Okay. So what are we going to do next? Add our text. So you can come here, copy, duplicate this, and drag it to this third video. Okay. So let's come here. Wait. Was I able to drag that? Duplicate. Someone saying something. Okay, please go ahead, Mr. Sepan. Mr. Paul.
Sorry, it was a mistake.
Okay, no, okay, that's fine. So drag it here. I am not dragging. Duplicate and drag to the third video. Okay. Let's not waste our time doing that. Just copy and paste. I hope you know how to copy and paste. Control C. So I clicked on it. Control C on your phone, your laptop, please, your laptop. Control C. Then you come to where you want to paste it, which is this third video, and I just did Control V, which is paste. So after that, you can now say, so what is our third? Who is at the door? Okay, so the third one is to engage your audience. Okay, if it's too long and coming to the edge, you can take it to the next line. Okay, so as usual, I'll come and make this to be the same 4 seconds. 4 seconds. So yeah. So we have created our 3 tips, right? So let's watch it from the beginning. We're not done, but let's see what we have done so far. So this is it. 3 tips to grow your business online. So number 1 is be consistent. So you put a video and a text. Number 2 is use video content. So you use something to represent it. Number 3 is engage your audience. So these are 3 tips. Now remember I said your video must have a hook and a call to action. Now our hook here is this first clip. Okay, so your hook can literally be anything. Some people have a very fine face, and once you just see their video, maybe you see a pretty girl online and the first thing you see is her fine face, she has hooked you. You are going to watch the video. It's a hook. Okay, so your hook doesn't even have to come in form of words. It can just be the video. It can just be that you just put a very clear, sharp, a video that just looks appealing to start your video. People can get hooked by that. Now, another thing people can get hooked in this case is this text: tips to grow your business online. So for people that are actually interested in growing their business, they will get hooked by, oh, I want to see more of this. I want to see what this video is about. Okay, so you have hooked the audience. So your hook can come in form of anything. Okay, so just make sure that your video has a hook. If it's that you want to show yourself somersaulting in the first 3 seconds, then you can somersault. That is a hook. Okay, but I don't mean that literally. But then just make sure that the first 3 seconds of that video is something that once I see it, there are some people that okay, let's say for instance there are audio hooks, like what people say. So for instance, you can start with something like that. So if you come through some videos, you see the video can start with somewhere in the middle of the video, like maybe someone just falls down or falls inside a gutter, and the next thing you will not hear a voice that say, for instance, yes, that's me. I'm sure you might be thinking how I got here. Then the next thing is, oh, the video. So that is a hook. They want you to know that this video that you're about to watch, you're going to see this part of the video. Okay, so that is a hook. So some people can start their videos like, so there's this trend online because of ChatGPT. So a lot some businesses will say, stop paying graphics designers, or don't pay your, or sack your graphics designer, or yeah, do you get? So if you see a video that says sack your graphics designer, you'll be like, what is this person saying? And you are going to, trust me, you're going to be hooked. You're going to stay there and going to find out what next the person wants to say or what else is in that video. There's some videos that says, if your video is not getting up to more than 500 views, then this video is for you. That is a hook. Okay, so you can think of things that once people hear or once people see, they'll want to watch more. Okay, so that is the hook of your video. Then I also mentioned that your video needs a call to action. A call to action is the last thing in your video. So now this is the hook, this is the body of the video, which is the content of the video, and then the last part is going to be your call to action, which is the end of the video. So I say your call to actions can come in any form. It can come in the form of, oh, like, share, and follow us for more tips. Okay, it can be, oh, leave a comment, tell us another tip you can use to grow your business online. It can be, okay, leave a comment below. It can be, follow us for more. It can be, comment this to get this. You know, it just has to have a call to action. A video cannot just end like the way this video is now. Just play it from beginning to the end, bam, to just end. No, it needs to have an outro, which will usually include the call to action. So for this video, let's say our call to action is, want more tips, follow us for more. Okay, so you can just search for any video that you might want to use to end it. So let's say follow. Let's say what kind of videos to come up. So okay. Okay, so you can set to end it. So let's say, let's just use this clip. So now, Ctrl Z. Let's use, or let's use something that is more relatable. So one thing you should know is that videos like this, video where, sorry, click on the plus sign, and then you can now add your video. So you see these videos where it's showing someone, where you can see that there's somebody in the video. They usually do better than videos where you just see something like this counting icon, like this, stuff like this. I mean, this passes the message that you're trying to communicate, right? You want them to follow you. Okay, this passes the message. But videos where you have people in it, actual people, will actually do way better. So you can even have a video like this at the end, and then you decide to put the text overlay on it and say follow us for more. That also works. Okay, so in this case, let's say we want to use this. So come here and copy the text. So Ctrl C, then come to this video, Ctrl V, and you can now see. So our call to action is follow us for more tips. Okay, so simple. So you can come here and now adjust this. So there's something I'm trying to do. Okay, so just give me a moment. Okay. Okay, so what I wanted to show you is the blur feature. Oh, when I find it. So go ahead and adjust this video to, so let's say we want this to be delete. So I want to adjust this to be like 5 seconds. So go ahead and drag it to be 5 seconds. And you know what? Let's use the same fonts that we used for the beginning to end the video. So come here, Ctrl C, and come here and Ctrl V. Okay, so you can now edit it. Follow us for more tips. Okay. So another thing you can do with your text is you can animate it. So instead of it just entering your screen like bam, you just see there, you can animate it. What do I mean? It can come in a way that it's not just going to appear on the screen like that. Okay, so you see this button, animate, click on it. Sorry. So these are different animation features. Okay, so it can be typewriter. You see how it's coming in. It can be like this, it can be like this, can be like this. So whatever you decide to go for. So which one are we going to go for now? So I like this. So let's say this is how it ends. Now for this, the beginning of this, I want us to do something. Okay. So for this one, first of all, this is big. Okay. Then always make sure that you center your text. So how can you center? Just drag it. By the time you drag it, you see this purple thin line. That's your indication that your text is at the middle. So if you are dragging your text around, you see lines that are following you. So by the time you drag it to the middle and you see this line at the middle, it shows that your line is at the middle and your text is at the middle and your text is also at the center. Like I mean, both vertically and horizontally, your text is centered, okay? So what you should make sure, always make sure that this straight line is showing. It shows that your text is at the middle. You don't want your text to be lopsided to one side or to the other side. So just come and make sure it's at the middle. Adjust it. You can always zoom in to verify. Okay. So I also want to add an animation to this. So I'll come here and click on animate. So after that, I want to use the typewriter animation feature, which is this one. So come here, click on it, and you can increase the speed or reduce the speed based on how you want it to be. Okay, so let's say I want this to, okay, so this is a premium feature. I don't have, this account is not premium, so I cannot increase the speed. So we're going to have to leave it the way it is. But if you have a premium account, know that you have the option to do this. So now I have actually added the animation feature. Okay, another thing I want to add is a typing sound. Okay, so you see the way it's coming in, like I'm actually typing. I want a sound to follow it. Now the thing is, when creating videos, as much as you pay attention to visuals, also pay attention to audio. It becomes more engaging when you decide to now add a sound to this text. Okay, so make sure that you, as much as possible, you want to make your video to be interesting. You want to make your video to be engaging. So one way of doing that is by adding sounds. Okay, so obviously we're going to add music to this. That will be the last thing we do. But before that, you need to add sound. For instance, this typing feature. And where can you get this? You can literally find everything on Elements. So click on Elements and click on typewriter. You can search for the sound however you want to search. So I'm searching for it as typewriter. So you see different options here. I hear this one. Wait, please confirm that you can hear this the audio from this Canva.
Can I hear it?
Yes. Okay. So go ahead and select whichever audio works for you. So I'm just going to go with this first one. Okay. So by the time so you can adjust it, but let me see how it looks first. So it's not where I want it to be. So this is the sound, right? So come here and drag it to start from the beginning. So I want it to end somewhere here. Okay. So you can also come here and adjust the volume. It's too loud, so I'm going to reduce it a little bit to 60. Then you can also fade it out so that when it's about to end, it just becomes lower in volume. So let's look at it now. Okay. So you can also so the next thing we're going to do now is to add a sound to this video, because you want the video to be, you cannot play a video that doesn't have sound. So we are going to select an audio for this. Okay, so before we select an audio, we need to add transitions. So instead of the videos, just the next video just entering like that without one, like we need to have a transition. So how can you add transitions? Okay, so can we add transitions on Canva? Let's see. Okay, so when you click on this button, this button, you see add transition. Okay, so you can just look at each of the transition, see which one works for you. If you want it to slide, if you want circle swipe, if you want this. Okay, so these all seem like we are in 2010. So I really don't like any of these transitions, but we have to choose one. So I'll go for the first one. And you can increase or reduce the duration. This is okay. So let's see how it looks. It's not bad, but I'm just going to make the transition to be shorter. Let's use 0.5. Okay. So let's see how it looks. So can now add the transition to the other clips. So let's add transition, dissolve 0.5. So come here, do the same thing for each of the clips, depending on what you want. Add transition, dissolve, and then you have your video. So let's see how it looks so far before we add sound. Be consistent, that's number one. Use video content, number two. Engage your audience, number three. And then lastly, follow us for more tips. Okay, so let's add sound to this video now. I noticed something. This clip is not properly in the frame, so let's drag it. Okay, cool. So the next thing is to add sound. So like I said, you can search anything on Elements. So here, let's add, I want something that is upbeat, something that sounds high, I don't know how to describe. I don't want a slow sound. I want the video to be upbeat. So let's search for beat rather, sorry. So you can check whichever sounds work for you. But usually I'll advise that we use sounds from Instagram or from Facebook or from TikTok. Make sure that you are using a sound from the platform that you, especially if it's a video like this, a stock video that doesn't really have that much, it's not very, how do I put it? It's not as engaging as a normal video that you have a person in. Okay, so what that would do for you is that to draw more attention to your video. So it's going to open you up to a wider audience if you use an audio from Instagram. Okay, so just make sure that you are using an audio from Instagram. But for the sake of this video, if you don't have an audio that fits your video on Instagram, you can now decide to select the audio that you want by yourself. So let's see how this one sound. Okay, this is upbeat. So we're going to select. You guys should tell me the one that you think will work best. So which one should we go for? The first, the second, the third? You can unmute your mic and let me know. The what?
The third one.
Okay, do we all agree?
The very first one works for me.
The third one. The third one is not giving no. Okay,
The
someone
very
said the
first one
first
works
one.
for me.
Okay. Yeah, I think this one sounds better than the third one. Do we have any other suggestion? Let me even see if there are more. Can select from. I've left that page. I hope you can find that first one. Okay, this is it. Let's see. Okay, from here downwards, pro feature song. So you can see their premium feature. So let's go for the first one. Okay, so someone voted for the first one. So just click on it. As soon as you click on it, it will appear here. So I mistakenly clicked twice. So this is the sound. All right. So let's see how it looks. But the sound is actually short. Or does it go longer than this? Doesn't though. It doesn't. But let's see how it looks on the video. Okay. So, give me a moment. I want to see if we can. Okay. Let's import audio. So what song do you think we should use? Just think of any popular song you guys know. I'll go and download it and use it. I don't like the sounds that I hear. So, what's a trending song right now that you can think about? Just unmute and suggest. Then go and find it and upload it. Are you guys are not suggesting.
Davido.
Which without work, you need to think about picture it in the video, like, would this
Yes.
work for this video?
That's another thing. That's why it's very hard for me to suggest from here, because he had to also synchronize.
Yes, it has to.
Paper planes.
Sorry?
Paper planes.
Is that going to work? Is that going to work? Okay, you know what? To make this faster, let's just go to Spotify and play it from there. I don't think that will work though, the paper plane, because it needs to match the vibe of the video. So it's not gonna work. Is this the song you're referring to?
I can't see your screen.
You can't see. Okay, don't worry. You know what? The problem with using this song is they're not long enough. But let's search again. Let's search for another sound. So let's say upbeat.
Sorry, all I'm seeing is like Google.
Oh, sorry. Thank you now. Okay, sorry.
Yes, you can see now.
not looking like this is the best bet. Let's see how it sounds. We actually see the side of the video, so I just don't like how it starts to sound towards the end. But anyway, this is how this video and okay. This is how it looks, and then finally your call to action. Follow us for more tips. Okay, so I don't want us to waste too much time on Canva. The next tool we're going to be using is Capcut. So if you have any question regarding what I have done here now, let's go ahead and ask them. We can now move over to the next one. So if you don't understand anything that I've done, or there's a part you want me to touch that I've not really talked about, that you've been struggling with and you don't know how to do it, please just let me know now. Then we can now like move over to the next one. Okay, so it seems like we all understand. So that's good. Yeah, I don't think there's anything more to this. But just make sure that whenever you're creating your own video, when you're creating your own video, take note of the things that I've mentioned: the hook, then the body of the content, and then the call to action. So Capcut, I say Capcut, Canva is for stock videos that you want to edit it, but you don't have what to work with. So you can come to CapCut and you can now start getting things. You can also use it to edit videos that you create yourself, but it's best to do that on CapCut because CapCut will offer you more options. Okay, so that's it on the Canva video. How to create videos on Canva. So when you are done with creating your video, you come here, click on this share button. You see this download button, click on it, and then you can. So when it comes to file type, make sure that you select MP4. It will already suggest to you that this is how you should save the video as. Or if it's not showing like this, you need to select MP4 video. Then you now so make sure all the pages are selected. Remember, we used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We used 5 clips. So when you are downloading, click on share button, click on download, make sure your 5 pages 1 to 5 are selected, and then you can now download. So it's showing download the Canva Pro here because I used the Pro feature. So if you are able to download it, to just download directly. But if you use a Pro feature, it's going to show you to upgrade your plan or whatever. All right, so basically that's how to use Canva for video creation. I mean, there are so many other options. You can animate the entire video, right? And you can just play around with it, but these are the basic things you need to know about the basic tools. Okay, so let's move over to our next tool, which is Capcut. So I'm going to use Capcut.com for this. So this is Capcut, okay? This is Capcut Web. That's why it looks like this. So some of us might already have it downloaded on your laptop, okay, or on your phone. It's going to look different depending on the device you're using. So, but this is the Capcut Web version. So that's why it looks like this. But everything that we're going to do is also going to be the same thing with what you might be seeing on your own end, okay? So I'm using the Capcut Web because if I use the desktop, because I have the desktop, but you won't be able to hear what I'm doing. I can't share audio if I'm not using it on a Chrome tab or something. So this is for Capcut. So we're just gonna start. Basically, Capcut is if you're a content creator, you're a social media manager, you're a video editor, CapCut is like one tool that can really help because it is very easy to use and it's mostly free. Although now they're having paid plans and all that, but then you can still use the free version to create something nice. So this is CapCut. When you open it on your web browser, capcut.com, this is what you will see. Okay. So for you to start creating, so one of the things that people use CapCut to do is to edit videos that they've created by themselves, video that you shot by yourself. Okay, so it's not like Canva where you're gonna be looking for videos to cut and join and put together. On CapCut, you can have your own video and then you import it and then you start editing. So I'm just going to be showing you the basic things that you need to know when you're editing, how you can go about them. Okay, so let's assume that we have a video content already. So what you need to do is come to this and click on create new. Okay, by the time you click on this, you see these options here. These are what you're going. So it depends on what you want to do. So 9:16, this is the size for TikTok videos, YouTube videos, Instagram, YouTube shorts. Okay, shorts in YouTube videos, Instagram videos, and Facebook videos. So I want to create for Instagram, okay, or TikTok. So what you need to do is click on this, and then it opens you to this part. Okay, so by the time you're here, I'm sure this looks different. Some of us have used CapCut before, and this is not how it looks on your phone or on your laptop. Like I said, it's because I'm using the web app, but it's essentially the same thing. Okay, so what you need to do now is to click to upload. Okay, so you're going to click on this button on the premise that you already have a video that you want to edit. Okay, so let's say we already have our video, you've already shot the video, now you want to edit this video. So you come here and click on upload. So this is what's going to show my laptop or what is in my phone. So let's use this. I already downloaded the video previously, so we can use it to practice. So let's say this is a video, you did a talking head video. A talking head video is a video that you just sit down and it's like an explainer video. You talk about a particular topic or a concept, sitting down to explain it. So you finish creating a video and you want to edit it, this is how you can do so on CapCut. So first things first, you want, let's say you want to learn how to split the video. So this button, this is what you're working with. This is the video you imported. So I want it to be a bit wider. So I can come here and just make it longer. Okay. So maybe you've spoken from here to here in the video, and then the next part of the video is you're not saying anything. Maybe you're trying to practice your next line, or when you are creating videos, it's very difficult to avoid saying things like and so, all these pauses that you have when you are talking. Okay, so when you're creating videos too, you might also experience that. So all these well, not well, okay, that one you can put that in your video, but you see and cut it out of your video. Now, how can you cut this out of your video using CapCut? So by the time you click on the video that you're working with, come here, you see this stuff that looks like two shapes backing each other. It's called the split button. Okay, sorry. Okay, sorry about that. Someone just joined. So it's called the split button. Okay, so you can use this to cut your videos. So if you can also cut it and add a transition, the same way we added a transition when we're doing Canva. Okay, so come here, click on split. Okay, and by the time you split it, you see that these two videos are now separate of each other. So this now, it means you have cut the video. So that's what the split feature is for. So you can either decide that you want to add a transition in between. You see when I hover around this place, you see a button called add transition, or you want to shorten this video. That's why you cut. Maybe you want to cut from here to here. You want to cut it out because you were saying ums and ums there. So by the time you come here, you click on, maybe you want to cut the video from this place to this point. Okay. So what you need to do is click on this split button again. And who is that? Please mute your mic, please. So you click on this split button again, and then you have So this is the part you want to cut off. So by the time you finish splitting it, come here and click delete. So you successfully cut out this video from here to here. Okay, so to make this more understandable, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another video to this so that it will not look like we're looking at just one video. So let me just quickly search for a video that we can add. So this, give me a moment. So I'm just going to add a video of someone man talking. Okay, so let me even show you guys what I'm doing. So you saw how I got videos from Canva when I was editing. You can't do that on Capcut. Capcut does not show you free videos, okay, to use. So, but a website that you can get free videos from is Pexels or Pixabay or even FreePic. So let's try FreePic first. So just go to freepic.com. Remember, we're editing our own video. I'm just showing you this as a place where you can get free videos from. Okay, so come here and you can search for what you want. So it's verifying my login. So come here and search. So you see that you can get images, vectors, videos, design, mockups, yada, all of that. You can get it here. So just search for what you want. So I want a man talking in front of camera. Or let's not even use a talking video. Let's say I want to use something else since that lady is already talking behind the scenes. So let's use something else. Okay, so I like this. It's a nice videos. So let's use this. This looks nice to me. So when you're downloading a video from FreePic, is this a video? I'm looking for a video, not a picture. No, I'm looking for a video. So come here. See, that was an image. So you can select the video from this particular button. So all right. So this is what they are giving me for videos. I don't have a choice, so I'll have to take it. See these parts that have this crown, it means they are premium features. So you can't download it unless you have a paid version of FreePic. So we're just going to look for something that is free. So let's use this one. And I just want something engaging. Okay. So when you want to download, come here, click on download, and you have your video ready. Okay, so it's downloading. This is too large. This is too large. So to reduce the size, you can actually choose how you, okay, so it was selected on 4K. I guess that's why it was large. So make sure that you select 1080 by 1920. Remember, this is the size for Instagram videos, TikTok videos. So click on this and then you can now download. So it's going to be a smaller file size. So you see that it's just 24 MB. So by the time you're done downloading this, so it's now on my laptop. What folder is this? Okay, so you go back to Capcut. You can upload whatever is on your laptop to Capcut. So you just need to upload what I just downloaded. So let's say I want to add a behind the scenes. As I'm talking, I want to be showing what I'm talking about. So let's assume this is what I'm talking about. So remember, I cut the video here. Remember, there's a cut here in this part. So let's say this is the part I want to put it. So I'll come here, select my clip. Oh, no. But we need to drag it and put it here on top. Okay, so you know the part that okay, so it's going to be like an overlay. Okay, so by the time you put it there, come here and adjust cut the scene, cut the video. So you can cut it by dragging the edges. So however you want it to be. So come here. I want to move this. From that. Okay. Let's put it here. Okay. So you see that part that I cut out of the video. So I've been able to add something in between that part. So let's say I'm still talking. Okay. So I missed one thing. Okay. So in order for you to keep talking while this part is showing, there's no need to cut the video, right? So because we want to still hear our voice. So it's like the lady in the video, I'm talking in the video, right? So even as I'm talking, something else is still showing, but I'm still talking, and then it continues to show me talking. Okay, this is called an overlay. So it means you overlaid this video, this other video, on top of her video or your video. So while you're still talking, you want to show something else. So this is one way you can do it. Put the video on top of it, and then you can keep talking. So another thing that you would want to do is to add your captions. How do you add captions on Capcut? What you need to do is, you see these buttons here. These are what you use to work with. So what you need to do is come to, you see this is caption. Click on it. And you see this button, auto caption. So auto captions will automatically dictate what is being said in the video, and then it will create the caption for you. So after clicking on auto caption, what you need to do is click on generate. So you see an option that to show you English or whatever language that you want your caption to be. So obviously we want English. So we're going to click on this, and then it's going to generate the caption. But the fact that you see this no speech recognized, the lady is not saying anything in the video because this is just a sample video. Okay, but if it's not a sample video, it's going to generate. So let's try something. Let me see if I can find a video that I'm speaking on my laptop. Okay, so that I can show you that feature. I hope I do find it. I think this video is already edited, but let's see what it looks like. So I just uploaded this. So come here and just put it here. Let's put it. It's still loading, but let's put it. So okay, so this video I'm talking, right? So this video already has captions, but I just want to show you what the auto caption feature looks like. So I'm speaking in this video. So by the time I now click on the video and I come here to captions, when you click on captions and you click on auto captions, you can now click, when you click generate, so it's going to generate what I am saying from this video. Everything that I'm saying is going to now appear. So you see it has finished generating it. So this is the caption. So you can see this is the caption. All right, so you can now decide to, so no need for you to go and start translating or transcripting your videos to what you have said in the video, because you already have Capcut to do that for you. So you can further edit it. You can see that this is actually very light, like it's not very visible. So you can decide to now say I want to change the font. Okay, so you can come and, okay, this is where you can edit it. So you can come and say, I'm used to my desktop mode. So you say you want to change the text. So this is the default text, okay? So let me make it obvious. So when you click on the text to edit it after Capcut has translated the video for you, so you come here and you can now change your font. So let's say I want the font to be more bold. I can now use Montserrat. So it's bold now, but it's small. So let's increase the size. So you can come here and increase the size. Don't worry, this call is being recorded. In case you're not getting everything that I'm saying, you can go back and watch the video. I'll send it to the group. So you can decide to increase the size, decrease, whatever. Go ahead and do that, just so that I know you guys are still following. Can you hear me, please?
Yes,
Yes, we
can hear you.
Okay, so go ahead and adjust the size from here. So if you're not still satisfied, you want to change the color, you want to make it bold, this is the bold button. See, your text will get bolder. Let me zoom in. Ew, that's too much. That's too much. Oh. Doesn't want to come out again. I'm going to over zoom this thing now. How do I go back? Women in tech. Sorry. Let me figure out how to do this. Okay. Okay. All right. So as I was saying, let's move this to the middle. I wanted to zoom in on just this video. I don't know why it went to do Wasabi. So this is the text you're adjusting. So can come here and you can decide to change the color if you want. So let's say you want it to be pink, you can do that. Depends on what you want. So you can go ahead and now change the color of your text. You can further edit it, but obviously I would want white. So always make sure you keep your video as clean as possible. So you don't want to go and put in rainbow colored text on your videos. They don't look professional. You look like an amateur, okay, unless you properly know how to combine these colors. But if you don't, if you're just starting out, please just stick to simplicity. When it comes to creativity or the creative industry, less is always more. When you do something minimally, you get the best out of it, okay? So don't say, oh, I want to use blue here, then the next text you want to use yellow, you want to use purple. Make sure you use white, okay? So the next thing you can, if you don't want to fill, you can go back and click on. The next thing is you can add a stroke. What is a stroke? It's like an outline on your text. So you can come here and say, I want to add a black stroke. Can you see that this has changed? This looks good actually. So you can now decide, oh, how thick do you want your stroke to be? So you can come here and say, I want it to be very thick, 100. You see, can adjust it. Can come here and reduce and increase your stroke. So let's say I always like to keep it minimal. So I'm gonna use like 40. 40 is fine. That's if you want to use a stroke, okay? So this just makes the text more visible because you know the text is on a video, so you know that this text is more visible. Okay, that's if you want to use a stroke, that is up to you. And another option is shadow. So you can come and say, I want to use shadow. Okay, so you can either use shadow or stroke, depending on you. So I usually use black shadow. So you see that the text will become more visible. So it all depends on you. Whatever looks good to you, okay? You can start to say you want the opacity. Oh, that's not the shadow opacity. So this is the opacity of the shadow. You can come and reduce or increase it. So I like to keep it minimal, like I've said repeatedly. So do however just adjust it based on how you want it to look. Okay. So this one is just to increase the scale on the this thing on the video. So go ahead, do whatever it is that you feel like how you want your video to look like. Okay, so this anything I do here, you see this apply to all button. It means that all of these captions that Capcut has helped me auto generate, anything that I edit, I'm working with the first one, right? If you do any changes here, it's going to appear on all of this. So you don't have to go and be doing it one by one. So I finished editing this one. Let me come here, edit this. No, as long as this is checked, apply to all, it's going to appear on. You can uncheck it if you just want to do the edit on only that text. But then you have to do the edits one by one. That's only if you want to do it like that. But if you want your edits to appear on everything, click on apply to all. All right. So by the time you do this, and now go back, you see that all your text to be see that everything now appears like this. Okay, see that everything now looks like this. Okay, so that's it on captions. Basically, that's it on captions. So the next thing is, let's go back to the one we're using. The next thing you can do for your video is, okay, I've shown you how to split, how to add overlay. You can also add text on top of your video. Now, even text is like a heading, doesn't have to be a caption. Okay, so how can you add text? You see this button, the same way it looks on Canva. That's one thing with these apps, right? They actually use things that features that that a user is already familiar with. Now, if you go into product design, a product designer, these are some of the things that you would learn. Okay, but that's not why we're here. So come here and click on text. By the time you click on text, you can click on, you see templates. Okay, so you can use templates that you want, templates that you feel, oh, this looks good, let me use it. Okay, so you go ahead and explore that, but I don't want to use templates. So I can come here and say, I want to put a text. Maybe my video is how to edit on Cap, excuse me, Capcut. Okay, so this is too big. So how did I say you can adjust? You can adjust by dragging, or you can come and reduce the size here. Is it here? It's not here. So okay, so you still come here too, and this is where you can increase the size or reduce the size. So based on what you want. Okay. So I did spell this correctly. So Capcut, how to edit on Capcut. So you can now say, oh, this is the beginning of my video. This is what I want to be to show on the beginning of my video. So you can come here and change your font. You want the font to look more something different, right? You can't be using regular fonts if you want your videos to be like top notch. So find a font that speaks to what you are editing, and then adjust your size, adjust based on size, based on the size you want. So I want this to be big, I want this to just be on the video like this, so when people click on my video, this is what they will see at first. Okay, so where's that text? So I want it to be in the beginning of the video, so when people click on my video, that's the first thing they will see. So you can, this is how you can drag it and adjust. So this is your video, right? This is your video, this is one video. Then remember, you can overlay other videos while you're talking. So this is the overlay, the one that the second video we imported. And now this is your text. So let's say I want my text to be from here to stop where the overlay starts from. So I'm just going to drag it to stop. So you can now see that when you click on play, it's going to show how to edit on Capcut, and then show your overlay, and then to show you keep talking. So another thing I want to show us how to do is to add transitions. So let's say I split the video from here. Split is to cut it in two. So I'm going to cut the video from here. So you see the distance from this video to this video, because once you cut it, they are now two different videos, right? So you can add a transition. So they have auto added black fade transition for me, but I want to explore other transition options. You see how it black fade. So what do? Come here, click on, okay, let's pause this video. Let's pause it. So this black fade, you can come here and, why is it giving me only basic? Okay, so these are the transitions here. All right, so these are different transitions that you can play around. So this one is, I don't know what kind of transition, melt away. So you see, that's how it looks. So this is another one. So you can go ahead and view all and explore the transition that works best for you. So these are some really, I don't know, there are two all over the place, but just go ahead and explore whatever transition it's going to work for you. Okay, so that's how you can add transitions. So what other thing can you do on Capcut? So I already mentioned you need to always have an audio for your videos. Okay, so always make sure that look at your video. Okay, study your video and put a sound that will match. Okay, so if you are using Instagram audios, that's you just go on Instagram when you are posting. During, when you are posting a video, you see option to add audio. If you're using audio, hey, you can now listen, trendy songs, whatever, and see the one that you want to use that works for you. But if you don't want to use a sound on Instagram, you want to use your own sound here, please and please always make sure that you listen to and make sure that the audio you're using matches the vibe of the video. So this kind of video now, we cannot come and put a slow song, how to edit on CapCut, but you are putting a slow song like you're in church or something. It's not going to match. So let me show you what I mean. Okay, so how to edit on CapCut. So you can come here and search music. Obviously, you have a list of music that you can search. So let's say I want, as usual, upbeat, something that is a bit let me just play it. Okay, so let's see the options that they gave us. Okay, so you can see that this actually matches a bit. Okay, no, no. So always make sure that your video is not sounding like we are in 2010 or 2012, or you are creating a video for a children's day, like you are creating a video for kids. Like, always make sure that listen to the sound. If it doesn't match, it doesn't match. You would be able to tell just by hearing it. Okay, so imagine we use this sound for this video. Can you see that it doesn't even make sense? Because this sounds like someone is about to get, they're going to propose to you. You can now come and add it here. How to edit on CapCut. Yeah, adding proposal song. So let's play it. Let's see how it sounds. Can you see that they don't correlate, sorry, unless her facial expression. But if you're going to talk about how to edit on CapCut, you see that it doesn't match. But if I'm putting a video now that, oh, we're showing a guy is going down on his knees, proposing to her, she's smiling, she's happy. It shows where she's twirling, she's turning around for him, and you use this kind of song, you see that it actually matches the vibe. Okay, it speaks to your emotions. So one thing you should understand in video editing is that your audio is just as important as your video itself. So it's not just about creating a video. If you put an audio that doesn't match, it's going to look funny. Okay, so be very careful with the kind of audio that you use for your video, as they will also play a very big role in how that video is going to do well. Okay, so let's see. Can you hear this one now? Something that can actually make sense for how to edit a video on CapCut. Okay, so if we put this on our video, so click on the plus button, it's going to come. So adjust it to wherever you want it to start from. And in fact, let's remove this overlay. This overlay is just looking like it's not meant to be there. Let's shift it away. So let's start from beginning. And then if you see how to edit the CapCut, wait, let me increase the text to be longer. Okay, you see that it actually matches. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. So make sure that your sound matches your video. Okay, so you can search sounds music on CapCut, but I'll always advise that you use Instagram audios. Use trendy beats, especially when it's a video that you are talking. So make sure that when you go on Instagram, you see an option to reduce. You can reduce the volume of the audio, but just make sure that you use an Instagram audio. And then you can also search for sound effects like the one we used in the first video. So these are some sound effects on TikTok. Remember, I can search for typewriter. So this is swish. You can use it in your transitions, right? So maybe you're listing out something like number one. You can now use this sound. So let's try it. So let's duplicate this text. I want it here. So you can come here and say number one. Maybe you're listing out something. Open CapCut. Because you have to open CapCut before you can edit on CapCut, right? So this is big, so I can say let me reduce the size a bit, and then I can now decide I want to use this swish sound. So come here, click on the plus, and this is the sound. So move it to where you want it to start from. So this is what it does. So you see how your text comes, you can use that switch sound to do that. So you can go ahead and explore the different sounds and see how you can incorporate it in your video. Okay, so that's it for sound effects and music. Like I said, you can have templates that you can use. I don't know why this is not most likely not going to be needed for you because you can do this on Canva. So why comes Capcut? And Capcut is for things that actually, look realistic. Okay, so for me, I feel like these templates, they don't look like something that people want to look at on Instagram. So there's really no point unless you are creating thumbnails for your YouTube videos and all of that. So anyway, so this is media where you can upload from your laptop whatever file you want to edit or whatever video you want to edit. Then this is the template where you can find some already preset things that CapCut has given to you. This is Element, okay? So where you can also search for, the same way we search on Canva for things, you can come to CapCut and also search for things like that. So this is your audio button where you can search for sounds and music, okay? Then your text for adding text, and your captions to generate your captions on your videos, your transcript. So okay, this also works as your captions, okay? So what you're saying in the video can also be transcribed. You can go ahead and explore that feature. So then you have video effects. Exactly. So this is one thing I've not spoken about. So it's not just enough to add transitions, you can also add video effects. Okay, so one way you can do that, you can just go ahead and if you want your video to start like this, there's that effect. So come here, drag it, and you can see that your video is going to start with that swing. All right. So it depends on what you want. You can go ahead and explore the effect. I think this is pretty basic. Then you have transitions. Then you can have your filter. So if you want your video to look different, you can come here and explore the different filters. See, this is the video with filter, right? And this is without filter. So you can check a filter that works for you. And they have a lot of filters on CapCut that you can use for your video. So I think that's about it. That's really about it on how to edit on CapCut. If you have any questions, please at this point I would like for you to ask. And like I always say, it's not enough for you to watch this video and see how it's done. It's for you to go back and practice it and try and do something for yourself, okay? Because that's the only way you know that you've actually learned something. Because I can say everything here now and you go back in the next 1 day, 2 days, you have forgotten everything that I've said. But the only way you can be able to do this by yourself is by going back to do something on your own. All right, so we've spent almost 2 hours now. This is almost 11. This class started by 9. Let me open the floor for questions. So if you have any questions, so just ask now and then we can round off with the class. So if you have a question, just put up your hand. Okay, Mr. Paul, go ahead.
All right. Good morning, everyone. What I
Good
have to say is
morning.
not a question, really. I just want to thank you for making out this time for us. Yeah, I just want to thank you for making out this time for us. As like you earlier said, this class is not part of the synopsis, but you're able to make out this time for us. So I just want to say thank you. Although we cannot really 100% get what you have explained so far, but like you said, we will rewatch the video and see how we can put it into practice. So thank you for this class.
All right, you're welcome, and thank you for the acknowledgement. So yes, obviously, if you are a beginner, you can't get everything that I've said just by this having a 2-hour class. So this class is being recorded, and by the end of the class, I'm going to send the video so you can always go back. So the thing is, after this class, I will advise you that you should go on your laptop or on your phone. The good thing about CapCut and Canva, you can use them on your phone. So go on your laptop or your phone and try and edit something. Okay, either a video you make for yourself or or using stock videos the way I showed you on Canva. So when you start doing it, as you are doing it, be watching the video, the class that we've had, and then you'll be able to follow through. All right. So do we have any other questions? All right then. So thank you guys so much. Let me stop sharing. So this is our last live class. So from here henceforth is going to be projects, okay? So your Saturdays, your weekdays, your time is going to be used to create your projects, okay? These are things that you're going to include in your portfolio at the end of the course. So it's very important that you take it seriously. So after now, we're moving on to guided projects, okay? And guided project is a very important aspect where you can practice what you've learned. So if you got into that guided project aspect, there's already an instruction for you to go and carry out. So you can start working on that now. Okay, so we're not going to be having live sessions anymore. That doesn't mean that I'm not going to be responding. I'm also going to be responding to your messages on the group. If you have any message you want to ask, please send a message. You cannot send a message on the group because some of you don't like talking on that group. You can send me a private message, but I'll prefer that you send your message to the group so that everybody else can see what you're asking and can be able to learn from it. Okay, so that's about it on this class. Thank you guys so much. If you've not submitted your content calendar, I'll be going through them this weekend. Please ensure that you do so. And you can now go ahead you can proceed to the next part of the course. And if you have any other question, please don't hesitate to ask. Okay. All right. So thank you guys so much. I will see you guys in the group.
All right. Take care,
Thank
everyone.
you. Have a nice weekend and God bless you.